meant, it seems in the past it's been done this way, to bring more pressure to bear on Hamas in diplomatic contacts that may be developing to having a ceasefire. In other words, by threatening a ground incursion, you increase the pressure on the other side. So no question that a ground entry is possible, but it has to be seen in the context of the quiet diplomacy that we're hearing less about.
Yeah, I want to ask you about the diplomacy. We understand a U.S. envoy is now engaged, and we saw the UN Secretary General demand an urgent de-escalation. Is any of the diplomacy at the moment making any difference?
There's no evidence right now that it's made any progress, and the Israelis are certainly projecting that they want to continue their operation and expand it, including the massing of forces, and there certainly could be a plan to go in. But this would be a very risky undertaking for the military. It would increase casualties on both sides and complicate the Israeli operation. That's been the pattern in the past. So it's a very serious decision to take. Not sure that the Israelis are there yet. And I think it's also a race against diplomacy or the contacts that are going on to see if something can be worked out. But we haven't seen any public indication of progress or any real movement in the diplomatic contacts.
Right. Now, Joel, as you've just indicated in your answers, there is a somewhat familiar pattern to what's happening in Gaza. But what is new right now is the degree to which there is now unrest in towns and cities across Israel, unrest between Arab and Jew, straightforward sectarian violence, Jew on Arab, Arab on Jew. How much is that concerning the Israeli government, and could it become a factor in what happens next?
I think it's of great concern to the government. The Prime Minister Netanyahu made a point yesterday of going down to a border police unit and having his picture taken or having various videos of him with the soldiers to show that he wants to crack down hard, bring in the border police, and restore order. It's a great challenge for the Prime Minister. Also, the continuing conflict is inflaming passions in Israel. So that may also militate against continuing this for too long because it's having an inflammatory effect inside the country. So this could also be a factor in the decision-making in Israel.